Hey everyone, Xander here from ARTexplains, and I thought it would be a nice change of pace to do a YouTube tag this week. And the one that I chose is called the My Furry Friend tag. And what it is basically just a question and answer about some animals that you have. Now, as you can see, I have a couple of pet rats. Most people do this tag with either a cat or a dog or, classic pet. But I, for one, think that they make very good pets, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that they qualify. Yeah, don't shoot a microphone. Now, the reason I'm wearing this bulky sweater is that they really enjoy soft materials like fleece. And so by wearing this, it gives them a little bit of comfort while they're crawling around on me. You guys have no idea what's going on, do ya? Do ya? Question number 1. What is your pet's name? Well, I have 2 pets, and they both have names. The white one over here is Doctor. She's called that because she's always wearing a lab coat. Yeah, you are. I'm not quite sure what she got her PhD in. And the black and white one here is named Almond, because she's nuts. She's definitely nuts. Question number 2. What kind of pet is it, and what breed? Well, these guys are rats, not to be confused with mice. They are different species. And there are actually different rat breeds. These little guys here are European hooded rats. You can tell why they're called the hooded rat when you look at Almond here. Because she's got the black on her head, and it goes down her back like that, like a little cape. A little stripe on her back. Doctor, on the other hand, is albino, and so she doesn't have any of those stripes, but she's still technically of the same species. And you can tell she's albino and not just a white rat if you look at her eyes, which are pink. Yeah, there you go, cutie. Get right up there. Yeah. How long have you had your pet friend? Well, I've had these guys for about 5 months now, I believe, since December of last year. And they were actually an anniversary present. I got them for Elizabeth for our 6-year anniversary. Because she wanted to get a pet. And I thought that rats would be pretty cool. Yeah, there you go. These guys are wailing on the microphone a little bit, so... If there are any weird noises, that's what that is. Question number 4. How did you get your pet? They're currently on my back right now. I went to Petco and picked them up. As a surprise. So actually, Elizabeth had no idea that they were going to be here when she got home. Rawr. Rawr. So yeah, giving rats as gifts. It's worked out pretty well so far. If you wonder why I'm laughing, it's because they've got tickly little whiskers and everything that they do tickles. How old is your pet? Well, we actually got them when they were about a month old. They were still little babies. So these guys are probably about 6 months old now. They're adolescent rats. And one of the female adolescent rat behaviors is aggressive grooming, which is actually really funny to witness. Where they'll be wrestling, but it'll suddenly turn into cleaning each other. Number 6. What are some quirky things about your pet's personality? Almond never sits still. She loves to climb. She loves to run. She loves to jump. And I refer to her as a monkey, a frog, a horse, interchangeably, because she's always doing one of those things. She's always moving about. Almond is also super friendly. Almond will run forever if you give her the chance. There you go. Yeah, keep running. We have a cardboard box for them to play in sometimes when we want to get them out of the cage. And then we can interact with them a little bit more. Almond can just straight up, with a little bit of leverage, she can jump right out of it. It's a good several feet high. Yeah, you're on the internet. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Almond sometimes uses my head as a lookout tower. Not really sure what she's looking for. Doctor, on the other hand, really likes to snuggle close to my body. Doctor is not nearly as adventurous as Almond is. You can see Almond hardly ever sits still, versus Doctor is currently snuggled up in my lap and just kind of taking it easy, wandering around just a little bit. Doctor's quirks stem from the fact that she can't see very well. So she actually doesn't do a lot of running and jumping. She prefers to run in the wheel because, you know, it's safe and it's a closed course. So she can feel protected in there. She enjoys chewing cardboard. That's her main hobby. The doctor will often try to eat food while she's already got food in her mouth, and then she'll get frustrated trying to shove it in there. Number 7. What does your relationship with your pet mean to you? Well, I love these little guys because I've never actually had a pet before. At least not in the common sense capacity. I've owned some fish, but I've never had a dog or a cat to call my own. So when I picked these guys up for Elizabeth and I to take care of, it was kind of a big deal for me, you know? And I think we've bonded pretty well. They seem to like me a lot. They actually greet me at the door when I come home from work, but that might be because I usually give them treats. Clarification, the rats meet me at the door to their cage, not at the door to the apartment. That would be crazy. By the way, you can't ever get just one rat. Rats need other rats to snuggle with, otherwise they get sick, which is the most adorably sad animal fact ever. These little guys are absolutely adorable when they're eating. And they're constantly either doing that or cleaning themselves. A lot of people don't really know what rats do all day, but it's very similar to what cats do. You know, sleeping, eating, cleaning themselves. Number 8. What are some of your favorite pastimes with your pets? Well, when Elizabeth and I go home to visit our families, we bring the rats with us. And so I always enjoy having the rats meet new people and, you know, sniffing them, climbing on their shoulders, all that sort of thing. That's always a fun activity. Past event with Almond that's pretty memorable is a time that she escaped for a couple of hours. And we had to go searching for her. But she eventually came back when she got hungry. That wasn't the only time that Almond escaped, but it was the most memorable. Rats are very, very intelligent. They can figure stuff out pretty good. Almond has outsmarted us quite a few times. Doctor usually behaves herself. Like, we don't need to worry about closing the door of the cage when Doctor's in there, because we know that she'll stay in there. Almond, on the other hand, will jump around, go crazy, climb all over everything, jump to the bookshelf. What do you guys have a plan here, or are you really just gonna sniff my entire head? There you go. Yeah, really get in there. Some people don't like rats because they have these big, long, weird tails that look kind of like, you know, earthworms. But I don't mind them. I think they're pretty cool, actually. When you pick up the rat, they'll spin their tail to try and grab something on. They actually descended from a tree-dwelling rat species, and that's why they have that behavior. And they also actually regulate their temperature through their tail, so it's kind of an important organ for them. Number 9. What are some nicknames that you call your pets? I have a lot of different nicknames for these guys, but what I love to call them most of all is baby horses. And I think the reason for that is pretty clear. So those are my rats. I hope you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and make your own My Furry Friend tag video and put it up and share it with me, and I'll be more than happy to meet your pets. Thanks for watching.